Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. I just wanted to come on and say Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, 2025. I've noticed the last few days how people are always putting out this doom and gloom kind of thing, Ooh, we better watch out for 2025. All the bad stuff's about to happen, etc., etc. Well, you know what? If that's how you think, and if that's how you think it's going to go, then that's the way it's going to go. But if you put your mind to higher things and set your sights on higher things, on goals, and do whatever it takes to achieve those goals that you set for yourself, that's all that's important. Because last year, I set some goals on losing weight and all this other stuff. Well, I didn't achieve it. Why? Because I got lazy. Everybody at the new year always says, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. But then their old habits slowly start coming about again, and they slip back into their old ways. Me, I've always said I'm not a self-motivated kind of person. So it's hard for me to get motivated to exercise. It's hard for me to get motivated to do anything because I don't really have somebody there encouraging me along. Now, if my husband Daryl was still here with me, it wouldn't be very difficult for me to achieve my goals because he was my main supporter. He was my main supporter. He was my friend. He was my lover. He was my confidant. He was my soulmate. He was everything that I needed. But I obviously didn't need him for my whole life because, well, he left this planet, well, in 8 days it'll be 7 years. But the things that I've learned in this last almost 7 years since he's been gone, it's been amazing. It really, truly has. And in the last couple of weeks, I've been really doing some deep down soul searching inside of myself to really figure out who is Candy and what does Candy want, What's Candy want out of life? What's Candy want to do with her life? Where does Candy see herself 5 years from now, even? And those are the things that I've asked myself, and those are the things that I'm working on and slowly getting set up to be able to start working on the things that I want to do with my life. They say to keep things private, so I think I'm going to. I've already spoke a little bit about it, but I don't want to speak too much on it because sometimes it seems like if you tell everybody what you're going to do, you wind up not being able to do it, or you don't do it. So I'm basically just going to sit here and say that 2025 is definitely going to be an awesome year for me. Financially, I think I'm going to improve. Mentally, definitely improvement. And emotionally, definite improvement. Sharing my story with others, for sure. In multiple ways. Because I think ultimately that's what I'm here to do, is just to share my story, share my experiences, and if it inspires somebody, hey, it does. If it doesn't, well, then it wasn't meant for them at that point in time. But, yeah, 2025, yay. The year I turned 56. 2025. It amazes me that here we are in 2025, and back when I was a kid, it seemed so far away, I mean, even when I was a kid, the year 2000 seemed like a far away place. But what's really strange? is, okay, 2025 to 2000 is 25 years. Well, if you take 2000 and minus 25 years from that, you got 1975. So that's 50 years. So we're as close to the year 2000 as we was in 1975. And in 1975, I was 6 years old, and I couldn't have even imagined 25 years later. You know, I would have been, what, 31? Well, here I am, almost 56. Well, in 6 months. And it's been the same amount of time from the age of 6 to 31, 31 to 56. Yeah. Just blows me away. Honestly, I hope the best for the world. I really do. I hope the best for humans out there. I hope the best for society and community in general. But ultimately, it comes down to every human being awakening on their own and changing their life. Because nobody else is going to do it for them. Just like nobody else is going to lose this weight for me. If I want to lose weight, I've got to be the one to put in the effort and energy, you know? Nobody's going to do it for me. So if somebody wants to awaken to the truth of who they are, they got to do the work themselves. They've got to get away from all the noise and that society has to offer and go within. I think that's why I'm grateful that I had the time that I had with Daryl, living a life of solitude from May of 2013 until January 2018, for us to, in that time frame, to travel all the places we traveled, 9 states, 50 plus cities, all the people we met, the experiences that we had. We experienced everything from sleeping outside with no covering at all, to sleeping in a tent in a set up camp in the woods in Southern Oregon, to sleeping at a shelter for 8 months, to sleeping next to a dumpster, or sleeping in a 5-star hotel where they actually put candy and mints on the pillow for you. Meeting people that helped you along the way and was still friends with you until the very end, you know. And in your life for the time that they needed to be there. So I'm grateful for all those moments. Why? Because it gave me time to do some introspection on myself, you know. I can say at the time that I was actually in it, I wasn't really focusing on myself. I wasn't really focusing on the things that I needed to focus on. But the lessons were there and the knowledge came without me even really trying. But these last 7 years, where I've been completely 100% alone, with no partner by my side, nobody to tell me what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. If I wanted to live indoors, well, I was going to have to get out and get a job and make money to be able to keep that a possibility. If I didn't want to work and put in the effort to earn the money to keep a roof over my head, then I was going to be homeless again. That's what it came down to. And it was enough of a struggle being homeless with a partner. There was no way I was going to do it alone. No way. Ever since Daryl left, I've done nothing but focus on me. And sometimes I don't feel like I've accomplished much. But then I look back on how much my life has changed and realize that I have accomplished a lot. I might not be surrounded by tons of people in my current life situation. I might not have a ton of friends because I don't. I don't even have one friend that can just come over here and hang out with me, or me go and hang out with them. Us go to lunch together, dinner, movie, any of that. I don't have anybody like that in my life, in my current surroundings. Now, my daughter, she's my bestest friend, and me and her talk, and we work together. I see her all the time. But we're not going to hang out together unless it's at her house, because she's got 3 kids, So she doesn't even really have the time to hang out with her mom anymore, Not like when she was, an older kid, pre-teenage, where we would, go hang out and do things together. Go to the movie, go out to dinner, or lunch, or go shopping, or just even doing the basic grocery shopping together, Those years are gone. But what I have with her is more meaningful and more deeper than just the superficial things. Anyways, much love, everybody. It's a beautiful day. It's cold here. And it's cold here for sure. And it's going to get colder from what I understand come this next weekend. We're supposedly going to have an Arctic frost come down or something. I don't know. But I just take life one day at a time. And I try to prepare as much as I can. So I guess that means if we're having colder weather, well, I guess I'll have to drag out my warmer clothes. Or utilize my warmer clothes, I mean, everybody's freaking out about this cold weather, but like I told somebody on Facebook, I was like, well, I've experienced worse, I lived in a tent in Southern Oregon, and one day, our high for the day was 14 degrees. And our lows dropped below 0 at night. With snow piled high outside of my tent, around my tent. No heating furnace, no electricity, no running water, none of it. Okay? The only thing being able to keep me warm is being inside this tent that had multiple blankets and sleeping bags, and me being in layers of clothing. With my husband next to me. Our 2 body heat alone was all that was keeping us warm. On occasion, we would start a fire, have a little fire just outside of our tent, but it was so... in order to warm up, you basically had to sit outside, to be around the fire. You couldn't sit there in the tent and the fire was only 10 feet away. You still weren't going to feel the heat, So it was kind of useless to even worry about, burning a fire. Peace, love, hugs and hugs. Happy New Year. Hello, 2025. I welcome you with open arms. I welcome all the lessons that 2025 has yet to show me and teach me. But I can tell you this, I'm already grateful for the lessons that will come this year. I'm grateful for all the things that I am going to achieve this year, because trust me, I'm going to achieve a lot, at least in my own way. It doesn't matter if anybody else thinks I achieve anything. but I know I'm going to achieve things within myself and in the outside world as well. And I hope the best for you guys as well. I hope everybody feels the same. Well, not feels the same, but I hope everybody tries to look at life as positive as possible, because trust me, it's much better going through life with a positive outlook than it is with a negative outlook. And only you can control that. Nobody else can do it for you. So,